MTX Automotive back with another video on the 73 Scout. Okay, so on the last video I was just about ready to cut my line and my angle for this cross member, and I have since done that, saved everyone the noise. So as I stated, I just followed the tape line around the arch and all the way over to the other side. And I've also made a couple more panels and kind of finalized in my head, now that I'm this far along, how I'm going to have to do this. Because this is it's a wide cross member. In other words, it goes from one side of the vehicle to the other. And I am not sure, even if, because you can buy these things online, the entire cross member, and I'm still struggling to understand how that they would expect a person to get one of these in without completely dismantling the vehicle, because this thing is it's so wide, and you can't. I haven't really figured out a way to slide it into place. But lucky for me, this thing. Well, before I go there, let me finish telling you what all I've done. So, in addition to cutting this angle, I also cut my bottom piece and tack welded it into place. And that this piece here, in case everyone's confused, is going to be this piece underneath here. And so I've got it, and I cut it the entire length of the cross member, so it goes all the way across, and it's all tack welded in place. It was just a simple 90-degree bend, so I just laid a square on there, tacked it in place, and went on down the road. So I believe I will be able to get this piece in there installed, especially since the way I'm going to have to kind of separate this up into what's going to be 1, 2, 3, roughly four pieces. And so the second batch of parts that I made is going to be this piece and this piece. And what these pieces are, it's going to be this piece here, and as you have probably noticed by now, this piece is they're shorter. I mean, I'm not going to do the entire length in one piece. I'm breaking these up into two pieces, one right and one left, and it's going to make my life a lot easier. The good thing about it is I will be able to get to all the area to weld it, so nothing's going to be compromised. It's just going to make life a ton easier. So this to make this a little more clear, this lip or this edge here is going to be this edge. Okay, so it's basically going to be, once these pieces are all in, this piece will be tack welded like that. Zoom out a little bit on it, so it's going to look like that. Now you can see it starts to look like that. Okay, so then what I will do is I'll put this piece in first, then the right and left side piece here that I'm pointing out to you. Then last will be the arch piece which is going to start right here where this lip terminates. So it terminates right here from the factory and for the arch. So that's where my pieces are going to terminate as well. So I'll make me a piece, an arched piece from here over to here, and the one that goes in the back, I already have it cut out. It's this piece right here. So it will live down here, something like that. So you can notice I've cut it long, which that's my rule of thumb, cut everything long, especially if you've got room, and you can always trim it once you get it in place. So that was just a matter, to find the arch was just a matter of tracing this out. No big deal there. So that will be like the last thing to go together to complete this cross member. So what I mentioned earlier that I had got a stroke of luck on was over here on this side. Actually, this is going to be true on both sides. It had a piece that welded in here, and a quarter panel welded to this, and then there was also a piece, that arched all the way around here that the quarter panel spot welded to as well, which I've already cut that off because it was rusted out and it's going to have to be replaced. So as you can see, this piece was 8 out in 2 different places. So I've cut, I've got it out of my way, and as you can tell, this method of cutting these spot welds out, it works pretty good because I'm able to save the form of the piece. So I'm going to make this piece, and so it's still very much where I can do a template out of it very easy. So that one is out of the way, and so this I've got one here also. It's just a filler piece is all it is, but it's also rotted out here and right there. It's thin everywhere else, and this is true on both sides. Okay, so this piece starts here, and it's tack welds, spot welds up here. So that is going to get replaced as well. So I'll be grinding these spot welds off, removing that piece, getting it out of the way, and you can see that's going to drastically open up this area for me to be able to work the old piece out and get the new cross member in. And I'm pretty confident that I can get it in there. It's not going to be easy. None of the stuff is, but I'm pretty sure I can do it. So this, I wanted to point this out as well. From the factory, this thing had bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts that were in here, and it's got on the other side as well. I was able to get 4 of them out. I've got one that's still giving me problems. I'm going to have to weld a nut onto it and try to back it out. But yeah, so now I'm to the point. I'm pretty much done fabbing this thing out for now. All that I'm going to do with it, this cross member. So now I'm going to focus my attention on these panels that have to be replaced anyway. Get them took off. Now, before I do that, I have determined in my head I'm going to brace this thing up some more, especially before I remove this cross member. So this center, it's kind of like a small beam, I would probably call it. Maybe it runs the length of the floorboard, the cab floorboard. That's going to need to be. I'll be putting some blocks from here down to the floor on both sides, and blocking that up, supporting that. I'm also, sorry about the light, looking here at the bottom edge of the bed, the wheel well, I'm going to be blocking that up as well, so that doesn't go anywhere. I'll probably be welding a 1x1 piece of tubing to the bottom of the pinch weld over to the other side, bottom of the pinch weld, to make sure that this thing doesn't try to kind of collapse in on itself. That'll stop that, because I want to maintain the same distance here. You don't need to move, obviously. So that's where I'm at. At this point. So looks like I'm about 11 minutes in to this video, so I'm going to stop this one here, get to work. I will bring you back when I get this stuff out, and hopefully I will have quite a bit done, quite a bit to show for. Goodbye.